Hello, ECAR members. Greg Hanner here, and I'm your 2020 president, here with Susy Hurlbert.
Good morning.
Our ECAR CEO and former past president, Matlisee.
Good morning.
And we're here to share with you a very serious thing for ECAR. We have an opportunity that we need a vote on. 10 years ago, we had tried to purchase land and build a new headquarters for our association. That build ended up not proceeding forward because it just did not make economic sense at that time. Opportunity has presented itself, and we have our task force, building task force, back in operation, considering the alternatives here, because over the last 10 years, we have spent close to $400,000 leasing property, and we have nothing to show for it. We paid $350,000 to $400,000 in lease. Now we have an opportunity to either at the end of this year proceed forward and do that again and pay another $400,000 plus for leasing for the next 10 years, or we can do the opportunity that presented ourselves, that we have now. And that is, we have an acquisition purchase available at 150 Otrobando Ave in Norwich, and a build out that I'll let Matt speak to.
Okay, excellent. Now our lease ends at the end of December of 2020, which is why it's important for us to start pushing now. And we also have been looking for the past 2 years, and this is the first property we have found that actually works on the numbers. Because that, to me, in the task force, was extremely important, were the numbers, making sure it actually fit our current budget. I didn't want dues going up, and I wanted to make sure it was going to be apples to apples. And with the new numbers that we're looking at, it's actually going to be saving us money. We'll be making more money in even being conservative. So when we look at it, we're going to have 5 rooms that are going to be rentable in this property here.
Yep.
I am estimating 3 properties at 3 rooms, I apologize, at $6,000 a piece. The one aspect we really needed to look into was how much money we losing on our investment side, because currently we make around $31,000 on our investments. So if we take the cash of $600,000 to pull out of our investments to put into this property, I wanted to know how much are we losing on our investment side as well.
And the $600,000 figure that you just mentioned, that is the total for the acquisition and the repairs and updates that we would be doing, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
The building is listed at $350,000.
$350,000 currently.
Yeah.
So with that, if we take $600,000 out of our investments, we're going to be making $16,000 a year on our investments. But we make up for that with our rental income. So instead of bringing in $31,000 on investments, we're going to be bringing in $34,000 with investments plus rental income, plus more once we get those fully rented. With all that done, adding our expenses, our reserves, everything, we are looking at a profit of negative $9,000. Now, I know that sounds horrible saying negative $9,000, but currently we're losing $26,000 every year where we lease.
In throwing away in the rent.
And throwing away in the rent. So with that $9,000, we're actually still doing better than leasing. We have $1.5 million in our checking and savings and our investments account now.
Yep.
So
Which we've been building for the last 4 years.
4 years. Mm-hmm. And we're just looking to help preserve and stabilize our rent as it keeps going up. The other important thing to mention is as our lease ends, they're talking about raising our rent again.
So there is an FAQ with all the questions you may have. Hopefully they're answered in that on the numbers part of it. But let's take you through the property.
Yes.
So it's only about 1.9 miles from our current location. It's in Norwich at 150 Otrobando Road, so we can zero in on that. And when you drive up, it's a mixed-use environment. There's a big parking lot, which I think we're going to expand it to hold about 55 people.
Yes.
And part of the renovations, the $300,000, will include a complete renovation and expansion of the parking lot. So when we go in, it was a physical therapy office. It's got a great big training room in it, which is great for us because it allows for more education, more people attending classes. There's a separate boardroom and committee room, so we can have classes going on while we have committee meetings going on. Separate staff area. We've got we'll have 3 handicap accessible bathrooms in there. What else, Greg?
Well, we have the rental opportunity in terms of some micro offices, and I'll add that Tim Bray was part of the task force.
Correct.
And Tim has had very good success with
his shared space, like Foundry 66, basically.
Yes. Correct. It's a concept like that, but he did it in Mystic, he did it in Montville. The other important thing is our investment advisor, June Strunk. She supports the vote and decision to do the build. And what's interesting is she's supporting that when she's going to have a smaller pot to manage in terms of our investments.
And so did our accountant support the move. And it was supported by the finance committee. The building task force made the recommendation to the board, who motioned to go forward with the purchase, and there is a letter of intent. Now it's contingent on a membership vote, so we're hoping for your support. But let me go back to the building for a second. It is 5,000 square feet, so it's about 1,500 square feet bigger than we're in now, so we'll have a lot more space with which to work, and this is your investment, folks. So with all that support, having equity in owning the property, and hopefully being in a better financial position, we're asking you to please consider it strongly and vote yes for this building.
Absolutely.
Please be advised that an email will be sent to all Realtor members on March 18th with online voting available for a week until March 24th at 5 p.m. Alternatively, you may vote in person at the awards banquet on March 25th at the Norwich Inn and Spa beginning at 11:30. The vote will take place after lunch. A site visit has been set up for members to come and view the property on Monday, March 16th from 9 to 10 a.m. Please feel free to call me at 860-892-2595, or you can call President Greg Hanner at 860-608-8659 with any questions. Thank you.